Hey everybody, Dave back with you again today to talk a little bit about springtime paddling. I covered this topic once before, but I think it's worth mentioning again that when the water is cold and there's a chance of hypothermia, if you get flipped over in your kayak and you're submerged in the water for any length of time, you really need to be wearing a wetsuit or a dry suit when the water is cold. That said, when you get into the sort of mid-spring and the water temperatures aren't life-threatening yet, but they're still cold, or in those early spring kayak races, when you're up early in the morning and the race might start at 8 in the morning and it's got that little bite in the air, and you know you're going to warm up over the course of the day, but once the sun comes out, there's a kind of an in-between zone here. And I've talked about this before, and I've found this Sauna gear. They sell these things, and I'll show you what comes out of the little packet here. This one happens to be sort of a sleeveless shirt, because when I paddle, I don't like sleeves because they get bunched up, and when they get wet, they just stick. So I like sleeveless shirts. It's a sleeveless shirt, but on the inside, it's neoprene. And I bought a couple of these on AliExpress. They're like $7 a piece. They sell these as sauna gear to lose fat and sweat more when you work out in the gym. That's not exactly what happens. What happens is it just retains your heat, and you maybe burn a few more calories to sweat more, to try to cool yourself down. That's your body's response. It doesn't necessarily mean you're losing fat. But you will sweat more and you will burn a few extra calories trying to stay cool. Now, I got these in medium. I've got a 39-inch chest, and it's kind of a long, stick of a person. I don't carry a lot of extra belly fat, so these are size medium. I'll drop a link to this. I'm not really trying to sell these. You can buy these on Amazon or anywhere you want, but the getting the right size is the trick, because almost all of these come from China. This is the one I've worn a few times already, and I've worn it in the gym just to see how it works. It works fine, and I think it's going to be great for spring paddling when you want just a little extra warmth in your core, but you don't want a full-fledged wetsuit. This sauna gear is a really good option, all right? And I'm going to give you a little pro tip here. When I wore this in the gym, the sweat runs down and it tends to get my waistline very, very wet. And when these are sweaty, they're really hard to get off over your body. And I did a review of this one before, and this is the style I prefer. It's a neoprene vest that zips up the front. So when you're all hot and sweaty, it's easy to get off. You can shed it quite easily. And then lastly, you can buy these sauna pants. And again, these are neoprene as well. They sell it for gym gear to sweat and lose weight, lose fat, but it's perfect for spring kayaking. So these are great options for spring paddling when you need that little extra something to keep your core warm, but you don't need or necessarily want a full-fledged wetsuit. So there you go. I'll drop links below. Again, you can find this stuff on Amazon. Your challenge is going to be finding the right size, from European and Chinese sizing to US sizing. Like I said, I'm a 39 chest. The medium fit me, but it all depends on where you buy it. I'm going to turn off comments on this video because I really, these things cost $7, $8, $10, $12 a piece. I don't really want to answer a lot of questions and take guesses as to whether things will fit you or not. I don't know. I'm just recommending sauna gear as an underlayer for late spring kayaking when you don't need a full dry suit. So there you go. I got one more smartwatch review coming up this week, and then I'm going to take a break for a while. I'm going to be outside training in my kayak, preparing for my first race. So these videos now are going to shift back into more kayaking video, which is why most people started viewing these in the first place. So, hey, I hope you're doing well no matter when and where you are, and stay healthy, be fit, love the sport of kayaking, take what it has to give you, and pay it forward.
When you want an extraordinary racing kayak made in the finest American tradition, or maybe just own a piece of American kayaking history, You want a West Side Boat Shop kayak, now available from davethekayaker.com. West Side Boat Shop kayaks. The tradition continues.